Hey-oh, hey-oh, daylight come and you wanna go home. Hey-oh, hey-oh, daylight come and you wanna go home. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, look at that. Didn't know that was there. Okay, we're back. Fresh out of, what was it now? Episode 6, Demons of PunJab. And boy, was that a crazy one.
Don't forget to click the like and subscribe to the official Doctor Who.
I'm really glad to see Doctor Who branching out beyond, well, Modern Who especially, branching out beyond just Britain in terms of, Doctory episodes, even if they're doing it in the past, which is kind of understandable, since obviously if they did it in the present, they'd have to go to like a big city, and that would cost a lot of freaking money, right? But I really like this episode. As always, this video is unscripted, so expect a lot of ums and hms and ha's. The Doctor, Jodie specifically, seems to be somewhat of an engineer, and I really like that. I also really like it when they break her screwdriver so they don't need to freaking use it all the time. This is also our first episode not at all written by Chris Chibnall, and unfortunately I think it kind of shows. The episode has a structure, nothing like what I've seen Chris Chibnall do in the past, or since he's been showrunner. That said, anything is better than Arachnids in the UK. Because honestly, Arachnids in the UK was kind of, whew. I don't even know how to... I mean, I liked it, but it was kind of... Looking back, it was kind of, iffy. So... What can I say about this episode? What can I say? It very much so, at least in my eyes, depicts... This is the problem with unscripted videos. You really want me to get right to the point, but it just can't. It really depicts the harshness of war and the common man, I think, which is probably what it was going for. But I also like how the aliens aren't necessarily the actual threat here. The Doctor goes in assuming they're the threat, then it turns out they're not. And it's really pungent, especially for this kind of episode. And I know it's a little bit political, but that thing happened in like World War II, so it's a little bit not political, a little bit just about a story set in history, and when you're dealing with history, everything's bound to get a teensy bit political. But I liked it in this episode because they didn't punch you over the head. They didn't beat you with a stick and say, this is what you should believe. And I think that's how Doctor Who should handle this kind of stuff. I really like the new alien designs. They looked very alien. You could say they looked generic, but I think they're pretty good. Kind of reminded me of spiders mixed with like warriors, but because of their history, they are more so good guys, which makes you wonder why they wouldn't like try to present themselves as good guys. But maybe they do look like good guys to the rest of the universe, and to us who would see that as demons, that's how we see them. Who knows? The ending was fantastic. Can't say that enough. It was fantastic. The whole story as it builds up is great. I love the actors in this. Some of the actors have been a little bit hokey, but these ones felt real. They felt legitimate. Overall, I really liked this episode. Like, a lot. So, I don't have a lot to say on the episode in particular. I do have a lot to say. Don't have a lot to say on Jodie in particular. She hasn't had her moment of doctoriness yet. She's certainly shown little sparks here and there. I'm hoping something makes her mad in this series, and we get to see the full spectrum of Jodie's character and emotion. Because so far she does absolutely terrifically as the Doctor, but we need to see the other side of the darker side. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to ramble a little bit about the sonic screwdriver. Didn't know how I felt about it at first. Now knowing its story, I actually love it. I also love the fact that it's orange. I thought Capaldi could have done with an orange screwdriver to match his, like, sort of character. But Jodie feels more warm, so it kind of fits her a little bit more. As for the usage of it, you probably already know if you've seen the previous videos. I'm not too keen on it being used as a magic wand. I get that Chris Chibnall thinks of it as like a scanner or a spanner, more than a tool that just unlocks doors and crap, but hey, it gives us a plot device when it gets broken. Sometimes I wonder why she even uses it at all, if it's just going to keep getting broken, and that might become an annoyance in the future. I don't really know yet, but I think this episode is a sign of good things to come, personally. I know others might actually dislike this episode horribly, think it's terrible, but I think it's a sign of good things to come, if the rest of the episodes aren't exactly written by Chibnall. I think this is going to be the reverse of the Moffat era, where, well, maybe exactly the same as the Moffat era, where episodes written directly by Moffat are going to be, or Chibnall in this case, are going to be a little bit panned, whereas episodes written by other writers might be a lot better. And that's just the unfortunate side of being a showrunner and a writer at the same time. But so far, Jodie's looking great. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And until then, next time, I've been Mjax. You've been awesome. And I'll see you on the flop side.